Today we're going to be talking about an extremely unhinged, creepy, and bizarre Friday Night Funkin' stalker. I just want to preface this by saying, within this community, there's a ton of people that just don't like me for some of the most bizarre reasons. I was talking to people on Twitter that were definitely against me, and I was asking them to explain what is it that you don't like about me, and they said that I make money off of drama. I don't understand how that's even important when there's other YouTubers that make money off of drama as well, but for some reason when I do it, it's wrong. They say that, you know, I talk about stories that are already resolved, that are in the past and don't need to be brought back up again, except for the fact that they probably also support rise and fall videos and find them extremely interesting. So for some reason, when a rise and fall channel talks about something that's from years ago, it's okay, but when I do it, it's wrong. So the Friday Night Funkin' stalker I'll be talking about today is one of Colson's fans. They're obviously a fan of Colson. If you go to their Twitter page and look at their tweets, their likes, don't look at their likes, I'll get to that in a second. Their likes are unhinged. Go to their tweets. They see a ton of replies to Colson. They also reply to anybody that communicates to me on any of the posts I do. Despite them being blocked by me on Twitter, they find my posts and continue to harass and reply to people on my posts, spreading false information about me. I went to report them recently for just harassment, and I found that they were even spreading lies saying that I have used slurs, and I'm just like, what the, how, where is the evidence for that? They just throw out these baseless lies about me just in order to slander my name, and it's pretty disgusting how many people there are in this community that will do that. And it's obvious that that's just this community's tactic in order to get people out of the community that they don't like, or just to harass people because they think it's funny and that they think it's trolling. There are genuinely bad people out there in the world, and this community has a lot of them in it. You've seen it with, most recently, Dev dealing with people harassing him and him wanting to leave the community. You've seen Midfight Masses modder left the community because of the weird toxicity and harassment. The Whitty mod creator left the community also because of the weird toxicity and the harassment. And even Retrospector was considering leaving the community because of the toxicity and the awful people that reported his mod, because it had a little bit of a suggestive, you know, character in it. It's disturbing what these people think they can get away with. And I mean, they clearly can because it's the internet, but it's disgusting that they think it's okay to harass people until they want to leave, and then they celebrate them leaving like they did with Dev. I'm going to talk more about the stalker that I have in the Friday Night Funkin' community. It's pretty disturbing the amount of time they pour into hating me and how many of their tweets and replies all revolve around me. It's honestly kind of scary. But earlier I talked about how they are a fan of Colson and how I think a lot of this stuff stems from Colson. So I want to read some Colson tweets where this person actually replies to Colson. The person Denny Vision, who is my stalker, replies to Colson's tweets. This is what Colson is saying about Dev talking about leaving the community. Colson says this about Dev. Yeah, he's done/said some stupid shit, but who cares, bro? He's never done anything terrible. Stop treating him like a villain. Twitter users have the weirdest obsession with demonizing people when they're just as bad, if not worse, than the people they're criticizing. Now thinking about how this fandom treats modders in general, we give you guys free content, and for what? For you to shit talk us like you ain't playing our mods and sharing them around all day? To see people shit talk my friends fucking hurts. I really like how Colson is talking about how Friday Night Funkin' Twitter users have the weirdest obsession with demonizing people when they are just as bad, if not worse, than the people they're criticizing. I feel like I could also be personally a part of what Colson is saying here, because there has definitely been a weird obsession from Friday Night Funkin' Twitter stans demonizing me for some of the very small mistakes I have made in the past. Now, I pointed that part out pretty strongly there because underneath, Denivision says to Colson, yeah, Spete kinda is the reason why it happened, but I'm not gonna bring this up again. Even though he just brought it up, you fucking idiot. And he's saying that people are obsessed with demonizing people, and that's exactly what Denivision is doing right here with their reply about me. It's so fucking funny, like the idiocy from this like bizarre Friday Night Funkin' stalker that I have. The last thing that I'll touch on from Denivision, the weird stalker that I have, is that they've criticized me multiple times in the past for having weird thumbnails or suggestive thumbnails, and it's honestly just so funny to see them criticize that, because I've looked at their likes and they, on Twitter, are constantly liking the most lewd models that I've ever seen, and they say some really creepy stuff to these models. Like, their replies to models on Twitter is by far the creepiest stuff I've ever seen in my life. This is some major, like, weird red flag incel stuff. Like, this person is an absolute degenerate creep in a way that I didn't even think existed. Like, this person's so dense or just dumb that I don't even think they know that their likes are public. Like, the stuff that they're saying to these models, I can't even show the pictures of these models. I'll try to show what they're saying to them, but like, it's just a giant butt, and this guy is saying like, only if you can be my GF, with a little kissy face. It says weird things like, I dream about you every night. This girl's post was, would you let me clean your apartment? And they were like, sure, but I'll help you as well, with the kissy face. This girl's post just says, how do you want your breakfast? And he said, thick and hot. This girl says, who want to wash my body? And he's like, I'll do it, and I'll be very gentle. Now you just might be like, okay, this guy's astronomically down bad. I've seen worse on the internet. Well, it just gets weirder and weirder. This person just has a picture of them with their cat, and he deleted his tweets, but he said something about bestiality, and why I can tell is because of the replies. Somebody was all, a bestiary is a collection of information on animals. You're thinking bestiality and you're way off. She's just posing with it. She ain't fucking it. Then Denny replied down here, and I know he was part of this conversation because of his reply. He says, I know that, I was just joking, but of course, let's just forget it, because I already delete it. The stuff they say and the likes that they have just get worse and worse. I can't even show what their likes are. There's just so much porn. I find it hilarious that this person is criticizing my thumbnails when this is what they're into and this is what they're doing. This just paints a good picture of how bizarre and unhinged they really are. And they've spread so many lies about me. It's like they just constantly spread it as if they think they're gonna get like some reward from Colson or like Ninja Muffin or something for spreading the most hate and lies about me. They even say things like this. Bruh, there is a thing that you don't get, is the fact that Spete uses numerous tactics in order to see himself as the victim. Believe me when I tell you this, Spete is only a psychopather who only profit from people like you, and sooner or later you'll see his true side. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that I play the victim. Dude, I was literally called a pedophile for a thumbnail. Like, for a thumbnail of a 19-year-old fictional character. Like, it's absolutely disgusting the amount of dogpiling and slander that came from Colson and that whole incident. I was truly a victim of being falsely accused of being a pedophile. And if you think victim shaming is okay, then you're an absolutely bad person. People that think that I'm playing the victim, bro, I was literally fucking slandered for pointing out somebody that bullied a cancer patient. Like, get real. I know people are just gonna believe the fantastic amount of lies that there are about me. Like, you can see Denivision just responding to somebody saying, yes, Spete uses slurs. And there's no evidence of it. There's nothing else besides him just saying that. And people have gone out of their way to say more and more awful things about me just because I'm not done talking about the community. It's truly disgusting, like the links that these people are going to. And the stalker Denivision is a great image of who these people are that are slandering me and just spreading lies about me. Denivision is saying things like this. The question is, why would you watch both sides of the story? Spete is absolutely psychopath and a liar. I don't have nothing to do with him. I just don't like his attitude toward people. He's saying he doesn't have anything to do with me, yet his replies are hundreds and thousands of replies are all about me. It's fucking bonkers the way this person's mind works. I still love the fact that they've criticized me for not safe for work thumbnails when the way they act on Twitter is so creepy and horrendous. Denivision is saying things like this. There is none. He doesn't even get creative about his content. He just uses not safe for work art and a pink background and nothing else. And I don't think YouTube allows these kinds of things. Besides, his content is not even accurate. There are just many misleaded infos about these topics. the way this person writes, man, it's obvious. Like, obviously there's something unhinged and something wrong about this person. And I understand, like, those are huge signs of somebody being a stalker and just an absolute creep online. So just thought this would be a fun story to expose this weirdo, and hopefully, you know, they stop following me and stop interacting with me, since I've exposed them for being the absolute creep, degenerate scumbag that they are. But I don't think it will. I think they'll actually start following me even more. So I hope you enjoyed the weird roller coaster going into the depths of a Spete hater from the Friday Night Funkin' community. Obviously very unhinged, very weird, and something that's kind of scary. I'll see y'all next time. Everybody take care. Later.